Hello and welcome back to another video on the WrestleMania and to WrestleMania Night 2 out of 10. After how good WrestleMania Night 1 was, there was a lot of expectations and we certainly had the card to match it. Some big matches such as the triple threat main event, but we got Tyson O'Neil and Hulk Hogan kicking off the show in their old pirate outfits, and America the Beautiful was sung before we got straight into the first match, which was Randy Orton versus the Fiend. Alexa Bliss was out after Orton made his entrance, and there was a giant ring box where the Fiend emerged. The Fiend was back to his original form and hit a crossbody, and he got a mandible claw in and was in control. He looked for the Sister Abigail before Wyatt approached Alexa as she held out her hand. Orton used this opportunity to hit the RKO to get the 1-2-3. After the match, Alexa was still there and she and the Fiend had a stare off. 5 out of 10. The Fiend can get burnt alive, but he can't kick out to the RKO right. But anyway, next up it was the women's tag team match before Bayley tried to impress a bunch of Hall of Famers. But anyway, Natalya and Shayna kicked off the match, and Jax was tagged in earlier. Baszler was back in, hit a knee on Natty's jaw while Nia slammed Tamina. Tamina recovered and got in the match before she was hit with a double crossbody. Natalya came back in and locked in the sharpshooter on Jax, but Shayna had it covered. Baszler got the Karafusa clutch in on Natalya to get the win. 5 out of 10. Not the greatest match, didn't feel WrestleMania worthy. And probably not the right result. But anyway, next up it was Kevin Owens versus Sami Zayn. JBL was on commentary and Logan Paul was at ringside. Owens got the upper hand early on and hit a cannonball before Sami went for a suplex, but Owens took him down for a splash. KO hit a modified brainbuster to get in control. Sami hit a series of suplexes before KO recovered and hit 2 super kicks and a stunner to get the win. And after the match, Logan Paul pushed over Sami Zayn before Kevin Owens stunned Logan Paul. This was kind of the uplifting bit of the show we needed. 7 out of 10. But anyway, next up it was Riddle running into the Hall of Famers. Yeah, just Riddle talking bollocks as usual. Before we did get Riddle versus Sheamus. Sheamus started off strong before Riddle hit a big vertical suplex. Sheamus kicked out with a floating bro and got the white noise in. Sheamus hit a knee strike and he was going to go for a white noise off the top of the turnbuckle, but that botched. And instead Riddle was mid-air and Sheamus hit him with a brogue kick that looked sweet. 6 out of 10. Sheamus, new US champion. Fine, I suppose. But anyway, next up it was Big E versus Apollo Crews in a Nigerian drum fight. Wale was performing Big E's entrance before both men started with kendo sticks. Apollo was in control before Big E hit a urinagi on the steel steps before Apollo broke a kendo stick. Big E hit the big ending before Dabba-Kato showed up and destroyed Big E and allowed Apollo to pin Big E to get the win. 7 out of 10. Probably the right way out of this. Makes Big E look strong and Apollo's the champ. But anyway, next up it was Oscar versus Rhea Ripley. Oscar started off strong before Rhea was sent into the corner. Oscar was dominating early on. And she got the knee bar before the former NXT Women's Champion reversed it into a suplex. The Empress of Tomorrow hit a missile drop kick from up high and Ripley face first onto the floor outside with a DDT. The champion got a near fall before locking in the armbar. Ripley hit a suplex and eventually got the Riptide for the win. 6 out of 10. It was an okay match, but I just didn't really feel it, to be honest. But anyway, then it was time for our main event. Before Bayley was going after the Bella Twins. The Bella Twins beat her down. I was kind of expecting Becky then, she's not going to lie. Before we got Roman Reigns versus Edge versus Bryan. Bryan and Edge were the first to come out, and they tried to take down Roman early on, but it didn't work. Roman was destroying them along with Jey Uso. But yeah, Jey Uso got injured. I don't know if it was legit injury and got taken out. This allowed Edge to get in control before Bryan hit yes kicks on both of them and tried to get a yes lock in, but it didn't work. Romans went outside and powerbombed Bryan through the announce table. Edge got a steel chair, but Roman tossed it away. The Rated R Superstar continued going back and forth before Bryan broke the pin and Edge snapped after Bryan nearly got a near fall. Romans hit a spear on a distracted Edge before hitting a concerto on him to win the title and retain the title even. But the WrestleMania main event gets an 8 out of 10 for me. Really enjoyed it, and it's probably the right result to have WrestleMania end with Roman Reigns, their biggest star, going over in such a huge way. Overall, Night 2 of WrestleMania gets a 6.5 out of 10 from me. To be honest, I really didn't feel it as much as Night 1. Yeah, I just didn't think it was good. as good as night one. It was still okay, but yeah, there were just some bits missing. Some of the bits I didn't like. The show started off quite slowly, so it's kind of hard to recover from them, but I did enjoy the main event. But anyway, guys, that's it for this video. Thanks very much for watching. Remember to like, share, subscribe. Let me know lots of comments down below, and to follow me on Twitter, link in the description below, for daily wrestling news, and subscribe to my channel on the screen right now. Greatly appreciated. Thanks very much for watching. Peace.